Welcome back, it's Leah. I'm here to expose myself and my dirty little secrets. I do this for money. What is this? YouTube. I make these videos for money. As you guys may be aware, I have recently become monetized. Here's the announcement. Today I want to go over what YouTube is paying me after becoming monetized, making videos for over a decade. Y'all are not gonna believe me. Let's see. Studio.youtube.com with the last 28 days giving me 124.6 thousand views, 6.2 hours of watch time, and having 2 donations from commenters. I actually don't really know why I turned it on. I kind of just was curious. 2 people donated like $11 or $12 total. Thank you so much, by the way, for believing in me. I was actually quite shocked that anyone would donate money to me, but wow. Thank you. And I kind of feel like I don't deserve it a little bit. Maybe I should make merch so that there's actually like something you're getting back. Anyway, here is my estimated revenue. Do you guys see that beautiful number right there? It says $3.27. Yes, that is right. I am in the lowest CPM possible. And the funniest thing is most of my audience does indeed come from the United States. And that's just because of the topics that I make. So I applied to be monetized. The button became blue on the 17th, which was 2 days ago, in the morning. And that night I got an email saying, welcome, you're a YouTube partner, I'm an official YouTuber. And yeah, within like 24 hours I was accepted and my AdSense was up because I actually was monetized a very long time ago when the channel was created, back when I posted my first like 2 or 3 videos before I disappeared and became super shy about posting videos. I would ask you what your niche is rather than figuring it out with the algorithm. It was like so different. I have actually seen a bigger amount of money than that. It was just never enough to cash out because again, I only posted a couple videos and then I got super shy. So somehow all of that information is still there, and within 2 days I was able to see revenue, and the revenue is $3.27. I don't know how, because like I said, 2 of you donated to me. So what I'm thinking is whenever I finally get to cash out any amount of money, I'm probably going to have enough, which is $100, to buy a better microphone to improve my audio quality. I have been working on improving things little by little. You know, my editing has kind of stayed the same. That takes up a lot of time, unfortunately. So to be able to upload frequently, and I have a lot of ideas that I film and that I have to scrap because I realize they're not good enough and I don't want to waste your time. But considering that, I tried to use an AI tool that was recommended to me. So I think what he used was Adobe Podcast. But whenever I do that, I come into a lot of technical issues. So I'm gonna just go ahead, and whenever I can get any of this money, I'll just have a better setup. And so some things that I have learned here. What's this guy's name? Okay, Yuri Van Hofwagen. Do not know how to say that properly. Posted a video on how to increase your RPM, and to sum up what I got from watching that, basically, and this is why, even though some people say, oh, YouTube's really not that hard, like, that's a fucking lie. It's not that hard because that person has now figured out how to do it. You have to keep upgrading your quality and keep coming up with ideas and be consistent, and you have to figure out a way how to find a niche that will actually make you a reasonable amount of money too. So I'm just grateful that my livelihood isn't depending on this. So what I got from this video is you need to have keywords in your title that are high CPM RPM. That means the amount of money that you get per 1,000 views, which for me is possibly less than $1. I don't know if this is still updating or not. Again, it has only been a couple of days, but the amount of views that I've gotten in just the last 2 days is definitely over 5,000 views. So if you're telling me all I'm getting is $3, and that must mean I'm getting like $1 per 1,000 views at most. And then where is the donated money? I'm still in the process of figuring it out, so bear that in mind. You need to have in your description, in your title, in your tags, keywords that point to the algorithm that this specific video is something that is in a high earning niche. And I love this because the algorithm is quite fair, and I want to keep believing that, because how the hell does a 15-year-old channel just suddenly blow up now that I double down and get serious about it? Because it has nothing to do with outside factors. It's all about the effort that you put into it and your appeal to people. So each individual video can be in its own niche. It's not like your entire channel is in a niche and then YouTube figures that out and then that's it, you're locked in. It can be like one video is about personal development and it's kind of like random. Another video could be like a funny skit, and then one video could be about a technological product, a review on it, and that can earn high CPM where the other two maybe do not. And the way that you go about that, from again this video of Yuri Van Hofwegen, is you need to market the video by the title, the description, the tags, so that it's quite obvious that there's keywords in here that are linked to things that are high ad revenue. But the problem comes into, you don't want to like jump all over the place and not be any way consistent. Like, I can talk to you guys about my thoughts on life, on motivation, whatever, like let's say once a week, and then the other half of my videos, the second video of the week, can be YouTube products. It could be technology, like what camera I use to film myself on. Lately, what I've been gravitating toward is I want to not just give you guys motivation or my thoughts, my philosophy on life, whatever. I also want to kind of document the process that I'm going through in case that can be helpful for anyone on a similar journey to me with similar struggles. Maybe I have some sort of unique insight that only someone who's currently going through the process can give, versus someone who's like further down the line, doesn't think that way anymore. They've gotten over that, so they kind of look past that and they don't remember. That's what tends to happen. If one day you want to talk about fast sports cars, and then video 2 of the week is money and finance, and then video 3 of the week is like totally unrelated, like cooking, you're gonna have to like finesse your way around how to make everything related to each other. But it's tough because I've seen a lot of people make too many different channels and be less successful because they're kind of like jumping all over the place, and then one takes priority and then another is on the back burner, and if you're switching back and forth, then you're stopping your growth. You're dividing it 50-50. At the same time, like your main channel, you don't want it to be like you're just hopping on a trend and then ignoring, you know what I mean, consistency in any way. So then what are people coming to you for? It's really useful when you talk about a certain broad-ish topic, like let's say, I don't know, how to get over trauma. That's one of the type of videos that I made. And then the next video I'm talking about my success on YouTube so far, my small amount of success, you know, I'm not like huge. And then I want to show you guys how I make vegan food. People are gonna be like, what? That's not what I subscribed for. That's like so different from everything else. So yeah, you have to find ways to make everything relate, and you have to be clear on your purpose, and your purpose has to be good enough to keep you coming back. Like, if my purpose is I want to be a YouTuber and I want my money to all come from YouTube, then I have to inevitably keep that in mind, and it can't just be a hobby or a pursuit only. I have to be smart about the way that I approach it. Whereas if I'm like, you know what, I just want YouTube to be a thing that I do for creative purpose, and if I get money from that, amazing. If not, whatever. I'm still gonna keep going down my career path. I just also want this as an additional thing. Then if you don't need that money, you can do whatever you want with it. But you have to have a clear purpose, because if deep down your desire is, I want to be a YouTuber, I want to make money from this, and then you're just putting out things that aren't going to get that many views, even though you know what you're doing, like you're purposely just going down the path of, I just want to make what I like only, and I don't want to have to think about money. But deep down, like, what you do want is to make extra money to help you pay your bills, because maybe your daytime job isn't cutting it, or you want to pivot to a completely new career path. You're not going to be happy, is my point, if deep down what you want is to become a YouTuber, but you're doing things that aren't setting you up for success to make enough to monetize it, then you're not gonna be happy. And if you are just wanting a creative outlet, but you're thinking that you have to do things in order to get money, otherwise it's not worthy enough of your time, if you are not able to make profit off of it, then you're gonna end up doing things that are for money, and then you're gonna be betraying your inner purpose. So you kind of have to figure out where you land. You can land in the middle, that's totally fine, but you have to figure that out as you move forward. I'm personally in the trajectory of, I'll be very transparent with you guys, I make enough to support my lifestyle, but I want to do this and I want to monetize it because I want to give to my family members who live in a third world country, and I would love to be able to help them have an easier life. The economic conditions in my home country are such that a lot of foreigners have come in, and the price of goods and the price of like just surviving is so incredibly high. In my country, with like the average person without an advanced degree, like without being a doctor or something, a normal person who's like a secretary or something like that would be making $300-400 in the entire month. A lot of goods are imported from the United States from abroad. Cars cost the same or more because they're imported. There's a lot of wonderful natural resources that have been exploited and the wealth has left the country, but the people who are there, who make their lives there, the locals, are having a really hard time. So if you guys ever see me pivot in a different direction with my messages, with my videos, I'm a normal human being just like you, and there are other topics that interest me. I am not always in the same frame of mind, and it can be kind of exhausting to always talk about the same exact thing. That's not to say that that's ever gonna stop either. I'm still figuring things out as I go along, but yes, my point is I've realized that I want to do more. Also, it would be kind of amazing. I've wanted to be a parent for a little while, and I'm hoping that that's gonna happen sometime soon now that things in our lives have changed and we are both in like a better financial position. I have seen how difficult life is. Like, I know you probably don't need me to tell you this, but I'm okay right now for just me. But that's the thing, like, I'm not that selfish of a person that I can ever ignore other people in need, people who changed my diapers or raised me when I was a kid, be in a situation where them and their kids, you know, my flesh and blood is struggling, and to feel like I'm okay, but there's nothing that I can really do without like putting myself in a terrible financial position. And honestly, like, it's just not possible. Even if I was to get 2 full-time jobs, which would be really terrible for my health, there's no way that I can do everything that I want to do, having 2 full-time jobs as what I do right now. And I realized that the amount of time and effort that it takes, like, I don't want to do that. I would rather be a creative person. I would rather talk to you guys. I would rather put something positive out into the world, or at least be entertaining if I can't be super motivational all the time. And I know that that would allow me more flexibility to, again, have a family of my own or take care of my flesh and blood. And it seems like I'm just looking around at the reality of life, and I don't want to be in a position where I'm relying on my partner to be like killing himself just for us to get by, or for me to be in a position where, like, if I can do something about it now beforehand, that I'm gonna be neglecting my kids because I have to work, because that's the only way to put food on the table while they're getting raised by other people and barely seeing me. I don't want to be an absent person in my family's life. I have been a very family-oriented person, but it's been difficult for me coming to this country, immigrating here, and being so far away from them. I have met my basic survival. I'm trying to push up, and what I'm seeing is, like, I don't want to just have kids who raise themselves. I don't want to just care for me and have a comfortable life and have the nicest car and then see people around me struggling, and to know, like, I'm possibly the only one who has the time, the will, the energy, whatever, to make it happen, to help those around me. And I have prayed for God to show me the way forward. Like, what should I do? Should I change careers? Is there something else? But like, I don't want to just live away from my family. And literally, I visited my home country for the first time in almost a decade 2 months ago because it wasn't financially possible. Then a lot of things happened in the world. Then life got in the way, and that's insane. I don't want to live like that. I am going to Japan for the first time in my life at 30, and I have been wanting to do this since I was a child. Literally, not even a teenager, a child. And it's only happening for me now. And I just realized, like, I don't want life to be like, oh, well, I have to wait for my boss to approve PTO for me so that I can see my family for 1 week of the year and not know them. And all I'm doing this is to barely survive, to just have enough for just me. That's fucking crazy. I studied my ass off. I survived through college for so many years just to get to the point of surviving and caring only for me. Like, that's bullshit. That's why. So again, I want to be 100% transparent. I don't need this for me. Really, this is what I'm thinking about. I am thinking about how the cost to have clean water in my family's home in a third world country was so high, like the cost of living is so high, that one of my cousins, regardless of him working and contributing to the household, he was having kidney issues because he was trying to limit his consumption of water so that there was enough to go around for all of his younger siblings and all of our other family members to have enough. And that's been on my mind. That kind of happened like recently. And then like I said, finally being able to go back home and seeing the way that things are, I just decided like that's not acceptable to me. I need to do something different, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes. So if I pivot in a different direction with my content, if you guys ever feel like that's not what you signed up for, I'm gonna do my best for that not to happen. But if it does, like, I apologize beforehand. And I'm saying this because I'm very touched that people like you guys are donating to me. I don't even know what it's called because I'm so new to all of this. And this is not like a call for you to do that. Like, I feel bad. I feel like I should either be selling something or giving a service. I was curious like how it worked, but 2 of you have donated with like the highlighted comment type of feature. The fact that there's people who believe in me enough, I know that there's a lot more that I could do in terms of the entire country that I was born in terms of there's so many people that need help in the world. I can't do it all. But what I can definitely do is at least help those like immediately close to me and just spend my free time like hustling, learning, grinding it out, making videos. That's why I really try, and that's why I want you guys to try, because I don't know, there's so much personal fulfillment that I feel like knowing that I'm doing this rather than just working my job and wasting my free time. And then on top of that, like knowing that there's a goal behind it. And like, I'm telling you guys, as soon as I came back from that trip, I started praying every day, like, God, show me the way. I need to do something about this. This cannot be acceptable. Show me how to help my family and how to even just spend more time with them, but how to help them improve their lives, give them a way to do it. And this is what has landed on my lap. This isn't the first thing that I've tried. I've tried so many other ideas in the past, but nothing has given me results, and nothing has felt like I'm not wasting my time, or that I enjoy it, or that it can be in any way selfless. I don't want to just like go after e-commerce and sell a bunch of shit to people who don't need it and then just fill the planet with plastic. This is what I have come up with, but I just want to let you know, like, my intention is to grow, and my intention is to do it on this channel. I don't want to start a new one. I don't want to give up on this username, this dream, the start date July 26, 2007. I'm not giving up on that. If I change, it comes from a genuine place. It's really something that I'm enjoying. It's not like I'm just doing it for money. That can never be the point, but I may have to go into that, and I'm fully aware of that. I don't know what my niche is because, to be honest, I don't have one. I think I've been trying to figure out my niche since YouTube used to ask you to check off a box as to what your niche is going to be. like 15 years ago when I first uploaded my first-ish video. I think I swear to God, I put like lifestyle or something of the sort. I will never be able to have one, but I will have good messages that I believe in. I will have fun, entertaining ideas. I will do my best to give good things. They will never honestly be just one thing. And I'm sorry if that disappoints you. And I know that that is not the best approach. I get it. I understand how this works. But this is a channel like of me. Like, just, you guys are gonna get to know me, I guess. Maybe I will even be funny and entertaining in the future. I hope. It seems like I'm not funny to anyone other than myself, but whatever. But I just want to be very transparent. This is where I am. This is my mindset. This is what I want. And this is the reason behind everything. There's no surprises here. So if you in any way choose to support me, I don't want you guys to be like giving me your hard-earned money or giving me your time and attention and then feeling like you're not getting what you signed up for because I am pivoting towards something else and something feels unexpected. I know this for a fact. I know myself at this point. If I niche down, I'm going to lose this channel. I can never niche down completely. I can never, ever be all about one thing, because what happens when I move on from that one thing or I change completely and then that one thing expires? Even if it's some sort of lifelong commitment, I cannot be ever one thing other than myself. And all I can promise you is that I'm going to be authentic in everything that I do. Whatever I say is what I mean. And there's no ulterior motive unless I am strictly stating it. If I'm like, I want to sell you guys this product because this helps me make money, and that's the reason why I'm mentioning it, like, I will say that. I will always be myself, and that does not look like any specific form other than what I am at the current moment. Okay. I just want to get that off my chest because this is where I'm moving forward, and I know this video was going to be extremely short and it might not get a lot of views because this topic, this title is like so popular, so overused. So I know this is going to reach you guys that are tuned into me. So thank you so much again. And I really appreciate your support. Thank you. It means so much to me. Even if don't give me money if you can't afford to. Just having the chance to talk to you is a lot and will always be, no matter what. And if this isn't what allows me to accomplish my goals, I'll figure something else out. But I will continue to publish. So thank you so much and see you in the next one.